Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a very, very anticipated review of that good corn whiskey, Wahoo whiskey.
Wahoo!
Yeah. Nice. Wahoo Distillery, the original Wahoo whiskey. 45% ABV, 90 proof, distilled from locally grown Nebraska corn. Batch number 2, bottle 850. So, folks, I'm looking forward to this right here at the K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. And, of course, your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour. The man with the power. The man that makes the other podcast cower. Joined, of course, by my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
the non-chill filter, quadruple distilled, Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe, and who doesn't love a good Wahoo whiskey from good old Nebraska?
What town is this from, I wonder?
It's anybody's guess.
Oop, nice.
That was a cute
nice.
pop.
And we're also using the Nebraska bourbon.
I like it's the very plain, standard, circular bottle. It just exemplifies whiskey. Now,
I'll let you read the back there, sir.
First off, this is 90 proof, so distilled from locally grown Nebraska corn. Batch number 2. That's fantastic. Premium craft spirits made in Nebraska. If we're going to distill whiskey in Nebraska, why not use everything this great state has to offer? Wahoo Distillery, original Wahoo whiskey, is 100, count it, 100% corn whiskey made from corn grown right here. Not too far from our building. Wow. Maybe even got the state of Nebraska, a little water, the corn cob, and the glass of whiskey in the back. This is beautiful. WahooDistillery.com. I'm already loving this. Established in 2022, so this is a startup for sure.
Yeah, like these are just starting to hit shelves everywhere. And because it's from a mystery town in Nebraska, I'm not sure which
I don't know either.
I'm sure it's like Scottsbluff or something.
Yeah, it's got to be Alliance, right?
Yeah. No, it's Wahoo. Goddamn. But yeah, so this is
goodness,
Ogallala Aquifer water.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is like buttery.
That's an interesting nose.
And there's also like, you know how Jack Daniels has a slight solvent? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's like buttery solvent.
Okay, I'm getting not like
kind of like kettle corn.
I'm getting less like corn or sweet corn or kettle corn. I'm getting literally walking up to the corn stalk, pulling the ear off of the stalk and smelling it still in its husks. Fresh green husk.
You ever made a delivery to the ethanol plant?
Been to it many a time.
And they got that mash that's coming off that they send off to the cattle. It smells like... Now, granted, it's not fair for us to bring that up. But
no, but this, I mean, to me, this smells like the green of the fucking stalk and husk just snapped, and you get that.
There is plant, like, okay, when I said solvent, now that you're bringing up, it's coming up across as plant chlorophyll.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. But yeah, there's a buttery hint here too. This is interesting.
Now, I'm not saying it's like kettle corn, like popcorn, but like the weird stuff that they put on it to make it kettle corn. Like I'm getting that in there.
Wow, this is interesting. That is not the nose I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't this. Different. It's not. It's pleasant though.
Yeah. I'm about to say the more air you let in there, the more it kind of opens up. So I suspect this is one that as it gets past the shoulder, it's gonna get.
Oh yeah, this I think
gonna be a lot more interesting too. But let's see how it hits the palate. Sanjana. A really brown sugar, caramelized cinnamon. Like,
oh yeah. There's a meatiness, like a red meat. Really, it's hidden by the sugars, but it's there.
I can say almost like a toasted marshmallowy.
Mm-hmm. On the front.
Yeah, you're right. Like, It's like toasted marshmallow in the
Wow.
front and almost kind of like a ribeye texture on the back.
Yeah. Oh man, that's different. That's really different.
Like it's still
Wow, that is
sweet, but the
unique.
texture is making
Yeah.
me think of like specifically when I'm going like to ribeye or prime rib.
Yeah. Now for me on that first taste, that first hit,
It's all like brown sweets. Like
well, it took a second for me to get there because I was like everything I was smelling, I was tasting at first, and then that brown sweets kind of settled in. Wow.
yeah, because at first you're right, the nose and palate match, but then it changes just a little bit, but for the better.
It's like the way that brown sugar kind of dissolves into an oatmeal.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, like if
Wow.
you're
Wow.
like caramelizing something in the pan and
Yeah.
you add some cinnamon to it,
Wow.
like that's kind of what
That
I'm
is
getting.
very, very unique. That is different. That is not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah.
That's a new one. That is a new thing. There.
Mm,
Uh,
fascinating.
Huh.
Almost like pancakes.
Yeah, there is a syrup quality there.
Not even the syrup, just the pancakes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's-
you could go that route.
um,
Actually,
yeah. So there's
Milo cakes. There you go.
nice. Well done.
There you
Well
go.
done. So, okay, team.
Huh.
This
This will be
is
interesting.
some fascinating stuff. Now, for those who don't know, we grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to have it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E Nation has advised you well. So, Tony, we're going to grade this on a couple of scales. We're going to grade
Okay.
this as a Nebraska distillate, as a corn whiskey, as a whiskey. It's shelving. And for those new to the show, secret 5th question. So, Tony, as a Nebraska distillate,
Oh, I'm gonna give this a solid 3.25
okay.
because this is very different, very unique. This is not something that anybody's gonna expect. Like, obviously, the hook here for us is local, so obviously that's why it's here. This isn't something that somebody's gonna drive halfway across the country to buy
Yet.
yet. But it's so different, so unique, very pleasant. So I'm gonna give it 3.25.
I'm going to disagree with you. As a Nebraska distillate, the list of things that can conquer it in terms of Nebraska distillate quality,
There's one.
this and not too many others. Okay.
One next to it.
This is pretty good, but your whiskey nerds are going to say this isn't a Nebraska distillate. It's sourced from places, and then it's given Nebraska.
Okay.
You know, it's given the Nebraska when it gets here. So,
All right.
in terms of Nebraska distillate, does that change your score at all?
I'll go to 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knowing that,
You're right. You're right.
I am going to give this 4.35
Wow.
as a Nebraska distillate. There's only
Wow.
a handful of Nebraska distillate. Like I said, this is good stuff, T, but I know what the whiskey nerds are going to say. So, whatever.
Okay,
But
not wrong.
I get where you're kind of good is good. I totally get that, but like, I'm just trying to think of what the nerds are going to say.
No, I get it.
And there's times I do whiskey nerd out. too.
You're
So,
fair.
all
That's
right.
fair.
All right. Now, as a whiskey,
As a whiskey, I'm gonna go back to 3.25. This is not something that is going to appeal to everybody. And that's not me being a stretch here, me being nitpicky. This is not going to appeal to everybody. This is going to appeal to somebody with a sweet tooth, somebody with I don't know if I'd say a lover of bourbon or a lover of rye. Maybe just a lover of like a blended whiskey.
because it's a corn whiskey, it's just kind of off in its own category
Yeah,
a
this
little
is
bit.
this is something that
Like,
like
this is-
whiskey
This is more
enthusiasts would enjoy.
slightly more bourbon adjacent than rye
I don't
adjacent, but
even know
not
if
by
you could
much.
say that.
You gave it 3.5 or 3.25.
Yeah,
3.5.
I'll even go 3.35.
I'm going to disagree with you as a whiskey, and I'm going to give it 3.5 because mix this with a cream soda.
Oh God, yes. Please sign me up.
I mean, like root beer in a pinch, but I think cream soda is where this.
Yes, spot on. This would make a freaking fantastic cream soda and whiskey. Wow. God, yes.
Yep.
Sign me up.
Now, as a corn whiskey, we're Nebraska boys. We've had more than a few
this is
unregistered distillers whiskeys over our years that like some great corn whiskey makers who are sadly no longer with us. So we've kind of got a wide berth here, but also this is comparing it to things like Mellow Corn, Popcorn Sutton's whiskey. Yeah, Howard Hooch, which is like, okay, to me, Howard Hooch is kind of the pinnacle of corn whiskey.
It's fantastic. Because
it's great, it's easy to go down, and you just like, you can tell you're drinking corn whiskey. Yeah. Corn is what it is.
I'm going to give this a 4 because this never has corn whiskey so much exemplified for me the corn flavor, but not just the corn flavor itself, but the entire experience of the corn stock. Like I said, I can't get past that plant chlorophyll sense on the nose that translated to the first taste on the palate, and not in a bad way. Like, just like reminded of it. When I drink this, I'm picturing a cornfield, going out to pick sweet corn for myself. Like this nails it, and this is just very, very smooth, very nice.
Okay. As a corn whiskey, I disagree, but only just, and give it 3.85.
Okay.
Breaking the scale a little bit, but I enjoy this. But like I said, if you were to sit down like at a card game, 9 people sitting down at the table, okay, like there's some like you throw this down, half the table's gonna love it, half the table's gonna be eh. You pour this, everybody's gonna love it. You pour this, you're gonna have 4 people that this is their favorite whiskey in the universe. And then there's gonna be 4 people that really are like, pass me something else. Yeah. And then 2 people that'll be kind of indifferent towards it. So like you said, this is very interesting, but some of your friends, this will be their favorite in the universe. Like I don't know how else to put it. So
yeah, this is gonna be very exclusive. You have to try this to understand just what we're talking about. This is very unique. I've never had a whiskey quite like
hit like this.
Yeah.
All right, now shelving.
This is a solid middle for me.
Nice. Considering I paid I think $5 for this.
Oh shit.
Like I said, it's a startup. They're trying to get their name out there.
Steal.
I'm gonna say it's a middle to bottom shelf for me. But yeah, probably gonna stick with middle because it's a local boy and it's kind of a conversation piece, and especially if you happen to have somebody from whatever town this is. I think it's Alliance, Aurora, maybe
Elba, St. Paul.
I'm sure they make this in Hastings,
Grand Island.
Okay, yeah. But if you happen to have somebody from
Norfolk,
I mean, this is literally a where in Nebraska is Carmen Sandiego mystery here. Where in Nebraska is Wahoo whiskey distilled, folks? If you know, drop it in the comments. I mean, because we just don't know how Google works. We can't, and we don't know how to read the rest of the bottom. So if you could give us that precious information. Now, Tony, secret 5th question. When this bottle runs empty, will I seek another? Well, if this lasts long enough to make it to the soon-to-be corn whiskey tournament that we're putting together, after we get through a few more tournaments, yes, I will. I will definitely be picking up, because I think this one's got a really good chance. When we put it in a Sweet 16 corn whiskey tournament up against all the other corn whiskeys on the market, this one's going to shock people. This one's going to surprise some people. I gotta say, Wahoo Distillery, well done. Cheers to you. Now, Tony, would you seek this bottle?
Oh yeah, I'm buying a bottle of this for $25. Are you kidding me? That's fantastic. That's a bargain.
Now, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us here for this very special review of Wahoo whiskey. Folks, Wahoo Distillery, thank you for bringing us this amazing product of locally grown Nebraska corn to be made into this beautiful, beautiful whiskey. God bless every last one of you folks. I hope all of you make it back here to the K.O.E Nation on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Happy, healthy, much the wiser. Tony, take it away.
Very interesting one. Took me by surprise, and I congratulate you, Wahoo. Very nice done. Can't wait to try some more of your stuff.
See if it just smooths itself out.
Get back. Tell you what I'll do if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.
We should also be complimented on making it all the way through that video without a single Wahoo McDaniel reference. Neither of us chopped each other.